Here are the top 6 things that I look for when buying a used motorcycle. Starting from the front, let's go for the fork. For the fork seals, if you see that this is full of liquid, fill it all the way around. Make sure that they didn't wipe it off. This is a brand new bike, so it's not going to be leaking. Go ahead and sit on the bike, press the front brake, and rock it back and forth so that the forks could compress and decompress. And then come over here, check them again. If it's a lot of leakage, that is a red flag. Number 2, and this is very important, the frame. Make sure that the frame is not cracked, especially around where the people put their frame sliders. Make sure that none of this is cracked. Number 3, if you come to the front of the bike, this is the front of the bike, you're going to see those little nipples. If you see those nipples are broken, that means the bike was dropped pretty hard. Number 4, and probably one of the most important ones, make sure that the VIN that is engraved on the frame matches the title. Number 5, if the bike was trailered to you and was not written to you, check the oil level before you turn it on. Make sure it's good and that you don't see any green in there, any mixing of oil and coolant. Once you do that, go ahead and let the bike idle for 2 cycles. That means the fan kicks on twice. After you do that, you don't see any leaks on the floor, any kind of coolant leak or oil leak, you should be good to go on that. Number 6, if you follow the chain all the way through to the inner sprocket, make sure that there is no leaks of oil or anything like that in that area, the location where the chain is located. The reason is, if you see a lot of debris in there, it could be the lubrication from the chain. But if you see oil in there, the chain could have snapped and hit that the engine and created a crack. If you have a crack in there, it is a heck of a lot of work to fix. Sometimes it's not even fixable. And sometimes it'll leak a lot and it'll be very noticeable, but other times it's not even that noticeable. So make sure that there's no oil coming out of there in that location. And now these are very basic 6 things that I look at when it comes to buying a used motorcycle. You could look into more stuff. Obviously, there's more things that you want to look at, but those are the main things that could cause you a lot of problems down the road, in my opinion. Any oil leakage, any coolant leakage, any mixing of oil and coolant, that's a big problem. Anything else could be fixed fairly easy. Obviously, if once you turn it on and it starts knocking, the engine starts knocking. But those are very obvious things. Go with someone that you know that knows a bit about bikes, and then look for these things. These damages are red flags. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Follow for more.